الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله تعالى من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا إنه من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما اللهم صل وسلم وزد وبارك وأنعم وتكرم على هذا النبي المبارك وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه إلى يوم الدين أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كلام الله جل وعلا وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار وما قل وكفى خير مما كثر وألهى وإنما توعدون لآت وما أنتم بمعجزين. The believers, all human in the hard time, they need support and help to pass and overcome this situation, this hard time. Spiritual support, physical support, psychological support, all types of support to overcome the hard time. That's normal in our life. That's what exactly happened with our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam when Allah Jalla wa Ala took him in the miraculous journey, trip from Mecca to Jerusalem and to heavens and beyond the heavens in one night. The journey of Al-Isra wal-Miraj, the journey of night, an ascension to heavens and beyond the heavens. After a long time, our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in da'wah, 13 years in Mecca, preaching, calling people to Tawheed, to Islam, and asking them to leave these idols, these gods. But few just accept and convert to Islam. 200-300 in 13 years. 200-300 in 13 years. So he get outside Mecca to see another places, cities, towns, maybe accept him, Ta'if, but still. Returning back from this journey, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened the gates of heavens for him. Open the gates of skies for him and take him beyond this world to the unseen world to show him what he talked about, what he preached for, Jannah and hell for fire, angels, prophets before, all unseen and covered for him sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to relieve the pressure of the people, the life around him, environment, and give him yaqeen, assuring from what he talked about sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What happened to him happened to other prophets before him. Their people rejected them. People, nations before rejected their prophets and messengers. And this is like custom in the nations before. Why? Two reasons. Number one, corruption. People some people, leaders, special leaders, they benefit from the corruption in the society. So they wouldn't change anything. Leave it. Leave it. Besides, something psychological. Change psychologically is hard for people in general. Change is hard. Change your place, your home, your city, your culture, it's hard. And you suffer when you change to the new stuff, suffer for a while, till you get, fit and be suitable with this new. Like immigration. When you make immigration from overseas to here, you receive some at the beginning, hard time in language and understanding the culture, different system, something like that. So, in general, people reject change. Change, psychological change. Even if it is positive change, still people have like feeling from the coming, from the future, what's gonna happen, and so on. Allah talk about that. saying جل وعلا وإذا قيل لهم تعالوا إلى ما أنزل الله وإلى الرسول قالوا حسبنا ما وجدنا عليه آباءنا أولو كان آباؤهم لا يعلمون شيئا ولا يهتدون. And when it is said to them, come to Allah and His Messenger, they say, sufficient for us what we found our fathers upon it. That's good. We are good. We are fine. We'll need change. We're going to follow like other previous generations, our fathers, grandfathers, and so on. Quran is still talking, saying even though their fathers didn't know nothing about faith, about tawheed, about they are going wrong. They are going wrong. However, we will prefer to follow the steps of their fathers and great-grandfathers. So, even though their fathers didn't know nothing, nor were they guided, but still they hold in the culture, customs of their fathers and their community. Our beloved Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was sad from the reaction of these people in Mecca, Ta'if, Arabia. So Allah Jalla wa Ala revealed to him the stories of previous nations. Story of Musa alayhi salam, how Musa suffered from his people. Subhanallah. Story of Nuh, almost 1,000 years. 150 years in Da'wah. And just 80 persons accept. Just 80 persons, like in our best mentioned that. Story of Jesus, the Masih, Isa ibn Maryam. Story of all prophets, they suffered from their people. Allah mentioned that in the Quran. But listen, Muhammad, at the end, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, at the end, the victory comes to the prophets. Look at the stories of all prophets. At the end, that victory comes to the messenger of Allah, Jalla wa Ala. This is the hikmah. This is the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. System in the law. Allah talk about that. وَلَقَدْ نَعْلَمُ أَنَّهُ يَضِيقُ صَدْرُكَ بِمَا يَقُولُونَ قَدْ نَعْلَمُ إِنَّهُ لَيَحْزُنُكَ الَّذِي يَقُولُونَ. We know, O Muhammad, you are sad by what they say. By what they say about you, Muhammad. Liar, priest, magician, and attack openly, privately. All that make the Prophet sad and sorrow. Not about himself, but about them. About them. But they came with hidayah, with guidance, to take them to Jannah, to heavens, to the right path, Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah still talking about the situation. وَلَقَدْ كُذِّبَتْ رُسُلٌ مِّن قَبْلِكَ فَصَبَرُوا عَلَى مَا كُذِّبُوا وَأُوذُوا حَتَّى أَتَاهُمْ رَسُولُنَا ولا مبدل لكلمات الله وَلَقَدْ جَاءَكَ مِنْ نَبَإِ الْمُرْسَلِينَ. Verily, messengers before you were denied. Were denied before you, O Muhammad. But they were patient. Prophets, messengers, dua, the way of the prophets, patient. Patient for conveying the message of Tawheed, the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the sunnah of Allah in this dunya, the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this dunya. But they were patient until our victory came to them. And none can change the promise of Allah. And we told you about the previous messengers. Read and reflect. So Al-Isra wal-Miraj came for that. That's why Al-Isra wal-Miraj, the night journey and the ascension to heavens. It was a miraculous event. Miraculous event, transferring him from seen world to unseen world. To show him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanna show him his love, loving the Almighty to him, alayhi salatu wasalam. He talked to him directly in heavens, beyond heaven, Sidrat al-Muntaha. Sidrat al-Muntaha, and beyond Sidrat al-Muntaha. The last point in the creation. The last point in the creation. Like that, the earth, and then 7 heavens, and then Al-Jannah, and then Al-Arsh. Al-Jannah saqfuha Al-Arsh, Arsh al-Rahman. The ceiling of Jannah is the throne. The throne. And then what beyond the creation? Allah knows the best about that. So, Allah want to show him the angels. See the angels world. Want to show him Al-Jannah and people of Jannah from his nation and previous nations. Show him hellfire and disbelievers inside the hellfire. Show him unseen world in general. Relieve the pressure that he received from life and from his people. So Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam practically sees what he is talking about, the preaching for. Transfer him to the highest level of yaqeen. And all prophets like that. Look at Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam, Sayyidina Ibrahim, father of all prophets after him. He asked Allah to show him how there is a resurrection will be. He will be getting up from grave. Al-Qabr, how? So Allah told them to take 4 birds, slaughter them, cut them down, mix them together, and take portions, mix it from the birds and put in the 4 directions. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, north, south, east, west. And then stand in a specific place and call them, hey, come. So Ibrahim alayhi salam saw by his own eyes how the bird is resurrected and get up flying and coming to him. This is how the resurrection will be. The resurrection will be like that. We get up like we get up from sleep. We get up with the Qiyamah, the judgment, like we get up from sleep. And sleeping is training for that. Sleeping every night, every day, training for that. Training for death and qabr and resurrection. Every day we have training for that. قال ربنا جل وعلا, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, سبحان الذي أسرى بعبده ليلا من المسجد الحرام إلى المسجد الأقصى الذي باركنا حوله لنريه من آياتنا إنه هو السميع البصير. Glory be to him who transported his servant one night from the Masjid al-Haram to al-Masjid al-Aqsa in Jerusalem, whose we have blessed surroundings, to show him some of our signs, the unseen, and meet the prophets and messengers, elevate his yaqeen sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, by his eyes and practice, not only eyes, practice al-Jannah, enter Jannah, and see prophets, and talk to the prophets, and pray with the prophets. So practice, this is haqq al-yaqeen, the right of yaqeen, right of assuring from what he taught, what he preached people for. Indeed, he alone is all hearing and all seeing. Still, Rabbuna Jalla wa Ala talking about that. لَقَدْ رَأَى مِنْ آيَاتِ رَبِّهِ الْكُبْرَى. Indeed, he saw of the greatest signs of his Lord, subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it was like remedy for challenges he faced, alayhi salatu wasalam, in Mecca and around. After seeing the unseen, any challenge will be easy after that. Till he received the future of his ummah. And keep talking and giving them prediction about the future of this ummah. In Medina, after migration. And while they're digging the ditch around Medina to protect it from Quraysh, people of Mecca who came to attack. So they built that. During that, he told the companions about the future, soon future, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave this ummah the land of Sham, Syria, the land of Africa, the land of Persia, the land of Yemen. Subhanallah. All that while they are just in Medina. Everything around is non-believer, non-believing, everything around, including Mecca. But he gave them this future, this hoping, this great wishing, and he talked with confidence, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, because he saw that by his eyes. Allah showed him the mulk, the kingdom of his ummah after him, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And that happened after him a few years. After him a few years, all these land come to Islam. And still talking about that. So salam, that time will come that every single house on earth will have Islam. Every single house, even house of non-believers, non-Muslims. And that we can say yes now. Now we assure that. We witness for it. Or how any person, Muslim and non-Muslim, can open internet and go to Mecca and go to Medina and go to any website about Islam and read about Islam. Allah. Sadaqa Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So every house right now in this minute, every house, Islam enter it. So the believers, the journey of Al-Isra Miraj is beyond our comprehension. Rational comprehension. Allah Jalla wa Ala make it as a miracle for him physically, by his body and his spirit. Both of them. Both of them. It is beyond human comprehension. We have limited power. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala unlimited power. And when you do anything, it's easy for him. For Allah, it's easy. For us, it's hard, because we have limited power in everything. So the one who did, the one who made it, Allah Jalla wa Ala, subhanahu wa ta'ala. أقول قولي هذا إن كان من توفيق فمن الله وحده وإن كان من خلل من نقص من الشيطان فأستغفر الله أستغفره إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل وسلم وزد وبارك وأنعم وتكرم على هذا النبي المبارك وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد. Dear brothers and sisters, Isra Miraj was honoring and appreciation for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. It is honoring for this ummah also. as well, that carry the heavenly message, the last message that comes from heavens to all humanity. And this is a great responsibility for every Muslim to convey the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have clear, strong evidence, Al-Quran and As-Sunnah. So just need to work more efforts in delivering the message of Allah and His Messenger. This great journey has many benefits, and listen, we can benefit from the ground now. The position of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam among all prophets. You see, he was selected to lead them in the prayer, to pray as an imam with all prophets and messengers. All of them. He met all of them. And pray as an imam. So that reflects his position among the prophets and among the humanity and among even jinn and angels and among al-alamin. Allah says about that, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. We send you a mercy for warnings. Not human warning, all warnings. Warnings of human, jinn, angels, everything, every existence. To know more about Him and elevate His loving in our hearts. This is very necessary for every Muslim to love the Prophet Muhammad, to follow his Sunnah, while we have lack of loving or weak loving. We have to enhance that love. Enhance loving of Prophet Muhammad in our heart. How? By knowledge. By reading the seerah, reading his hadith, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, reading his manners, his akhlaq, morality. Alayhi salatu wasalam. He is our leader. We should know him. Once we know him, we love him and apply his sunnah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The importance of salah. Every duty, obligation we do, fasting, hajj, zakah, all that obligation, Allah sent Jibreel to teach Prophet Muhammad and teach us, teach the Ummah. But Salah, Allah invited Prophet Muhammad to heavens to give him this obligation, this gift, As-Salah. As-Salah, the prayers. So that means Salah is the highest after Shahadatayn, to Shahada, As-Salah. As-Salah, that make connection between us and Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So who weak in their prayers or disconnected in the prayers, that disconnected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, disconnect his heart, his soul with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Be careful from dunya. Be careful from dunya. Involve and work and earn halal, no problem. Halal, no problem. But make dunya in your hand, not heart. Some people love dunya more than anything else and make dunya first. Till we worship dunya. They worship dunya. They serve dunya. And suddenly leave dunya and everything by death. So the Islamic view about that, work and earn. But make it in your hand. And your heart for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just for Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah Jalla wa Ala to make that dunya in our hand and our heart free from dunya, and only Allah in our heart. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. So Allah help support our Ummah in Palestine. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Give them victory, remove injustice from them. Support them by your soldiers, which only you know. O Allah, cover up their faults and remove their fears. So Allah, give them protection in front of them and behind of them, on their right, on their left, above them. O Allah, forgive us, pardon us, unite us in Jannah. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Have mercy on our parents, and guide our spouses, our youth, children, neighbors. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Allah, guide all the people of this land to Islam. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Allah, make us among the people of Quran and Sunnah. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. اللهم اجعلنا ممن لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. اللهم اجعلنا ممن لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. اللهم اجعلنا ممن لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. اللهم امنا في القبر يا رب العالمين. اللهم امنا من عذاب القبر يا اكرم الاكرمين. اللهم امنا من العرض عليك يا رب العالمين. اللهم ادخلنا الجنه بلا عتاب ولا سابقه عذاب يا رب العالمين. اللهم ارزقنا الصدق والاخلاص واليقين واخلاق الصالحين. اللهم نور قلوبنا بانوار معرفتك ومحبتك وخشيتك وذكرك يا رب العالمين. اللهم نور قلوبنا بانوار معرفتك ومحبتك وخشيتك وذكرك يا رب العالمين. اللهم ارزقنا الشوق اليك والانس بك واجعل قرة العين في الصلاة يا رب العالمين. اللهم ارزقنا حسن التوكل عليك ودوام الاقبال عليك وقنا شر وساوس الشيطان واخلع علينا خلع الرضوان وهب لنا حقيقة الإيمان وتول قبض أرواحنا عند الأجل مع شدة الشوق إلى لقائك يا رحمن. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من زوال نعمتك وتحول عافيتك وفجاءة نقمتك. لا إله إلا الله الحليم العظيم. لا إله إلا الله رب العرش العظيم. لا إله إلا الله رب السماوات ورب الأرض رب العرش الكريم. اللهم اطلب اخواننا في فلسطين وفي كل مكان يا رب العالمين. اللهم كن لهم مؤيدا ونصيرا ومعينا وظهيرا. اللهم اجعل لهم من كل هم فرجا ومن كل ضيق مخرجا ومن كل بلاء عافية. اللهم فرج هم المهمومين من المسلمين ونفس كرب المكروبين يا رب العالمين وفك أسر المأسورين من المسلمين. ربنا أفرغ علينا صبرا وتوفنا مسلمين. اللهم إنا نسألك من خير ما سألك منه عبدك ونبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعبادك الصالحون ونستعيذ بك من شر ما استعاذك منه عبدك ونبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعبادك الصالحون. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين وأقم الصلاة.